This is how Jesus sees you. When the earth, stars and planets were formed, He knew you. And He was so happy at you, even before you existed. 2,000 years ago, He was crucified. Did you exist 2,000 years ago? I don't think so. But He still knew you. And He died for you. Now, I don't know the day you were born, but in the moment you got out of your mother's womb, He knew you. And He was so happy. When you smiled for the first time, as a little baby, He knew you. And He smiled even more. When you started going to school, He knew you. And He was proud of His creation, because He knew you would be very smart. When you cried and got hurt for the first time, He looked at you with compassion, because He knows how bad being hurt is. When you felt lonely and excluded from your group of friends, He knew how heavy your heart was, and He suffered with you. When you felt mad, sad, and injustice from the person you most trusted, He knew it, and He cried with you. When you felt insecure about your body, your flaws, and about how you looked, He cried, because He wished you knew how beautiful your soul is to His eyes. He wished you knew how He created you with such care. But even if you can't see it, He still loves you. When you cried because you craved love and wished that you had someone where you could be yourself, He cried, because He was next to you, and you can be fully yourself with Him. And even if you did not know, He still loved you. And He was patient. When you felt pressure to act a certain way, be a certain way, or look a certain way next to people, He was sad. Because He made you to be you, His perfect creation. Because man looks at the outer appearance, but Jesus looks at your heart. And He wants it. When you felt mad and even cried for your life being unfair, He was next to you. And He was crying with you. But He was also patient, because He knew that if life was fair, we would all be hanging on a cross and be suffering forever. So He took this punishment for you, so that you could live. This is why life is unfair. When you decided to pray for the first time, even if you didn't know if God exists or not, Jesus was happy. Because you were, without knowing, communicating with Him for the first time. He was happy, like a father who delights in joy for his children's first words. When you opened your Bible for the first time, Jesus was so happy. Because He knew that this could change everything for you, forever. When you felt sad, He was sad. When you felt happy, He was happy. When you got hurt emotionally, He suffered with you. When you felt angry, He was patient and understanding to your anger. And every time you choose to live by yourself, live like you want, say swear words and tell whatever you want, listen to whatever music you want, consume and see whatever you want. When you stay unprepared like this, when you live in sin, He cries.